We're here with Jeff Hine at Suncoast Designers in Hudson, Florida, and the reason I'm here is parked behind us. My Airstream had a bunch of problems with the windows. When I went to the dealer to find out how to get it fixed, they quoted me $16,000 for replacement windows. Well, after I picked myself up off the floor, I hit the internet, and that's when I found out about this wonderful company here just north of Tampa in Florida. Now, Jeff, welcome to RV TV.
Thank you.
Tell me a little bit about what it is you do here and how it all started.
Well, what we do here is take either if your windows are fogging or snaking like yours were, we can bring them here, take them out of the vehicle, use your existing glass most of the time, fix that, and put it back in the vehicle at a minimal cost.
Now, how did you come about doing it? Because your background is in residential windows.
Yes, we do residential and a little bit of commercial, for insulated windows.
So a couple years back?
A couple years back, we had a company come to us that fixes RVs and asked me if we could fix, their insulated windows, and I said, well, let's give it a shot. And we fixed a few for them. They decided to go another way and do it themselves. But a lady that had a country coach got wind of it, called me. I said, bring it on in. We've never taken them out before, and put them back in, and we did her coach. Took a little longer back then, but she was so ecstatic that she got on her country coach form, and she told 10 friends, and
right.
So on and so on. And it just multiplied into what it is today.
And let's be clear here, you do this all at a fraction of the cost of a replacement window.
Yes.
What's the average cost?
Average cost is $200, plus tax.
$200
per frame,
which
includes,
and that's incredible. Now, just, I know we've done this one window here. I've got some more that you're going to do for me, but this driver's window took about a half an hour. Now, walk me through the process right from when we pulled the coach in. Tell me what happens.
We'll come out, they'll come inside, take out all the screws out on the inside of your frame, and they'll have another man on the outside that'll break your silicone seal that's around, and they'll pull out your window, and once your window is out, they'll bring it inside into here, and we'll bring it over to our table, and that's where we separate the glass from the frame itself. And then once we separate that, then we'll separate the two pieces of glass and get to the problem, which is a bad seal. We'll clean off all your seal, clean it out, Windex, rub it down. If I can use your glass, I'll bring it over to our washer. We'll slide those through the washer, which is high pressure soapy rinse, soft brushes. And once inside our clean room, which I can't tell you about. Whoa, excuse me, that's classified information in there. Well, that's where the magic happens, and then we'll put it back into our oven, and it'll come out like a glass sandwich, come out the other side. We'll fill it with our air and reverse the process and kind of put it all back together again, same way we took it apart.
Magic room that you talked about that we weren't allowed to film in, that's what makes your process proprietary.
That's what separates us from
anybody
anybody else, and that's why we can warranty ours for 5 years prorated when no one else in the business will do that.
Now let's talk about that warranty, because when you mentioned it to me, I have not heard of anything like that on any component in the RV industry. But run by me how that works.
It's a 5-year prorated warranty, which is first year total replacement if it fogs up or the seals creep, which ours will never creep, but if it happened, total replacement. Second year, you'll just pay 20% of what you originally paid.
And you were saying off camera, touch wood, you have not had one come back.
Knock on wood, not one in 2 years that has fogged up.
Now tell me what your customers say. What kind of reaction do you get from your customers?
They love this place, and the cost factor is probably the initial enthusiasm, because most of these, from what I hear, I don't know how much a new one costs, but they range from $500 to $1,500 per window. And when I could do it for them for $200, they're ecstatic.
Well, I think if you got a fog and window problem, this is a place to come. I think they're very professional, and all the people that we've talked to and worked with have been real nice and stuff. And I think it's I just have great hopes that it's going to be, everything's going to be good with it, and they seem to have a fairly good warranty with it too. I think I'd recommend it to anybody.
Now tell me a little bit about the accommodations that you have here for your guests.
Well, we have 12-site hookup right now. We have 50-amp service, water, even have a dump station, and as of this week, we now have Wi-Fi.
And I'll bet you your RV guests really appreciate that.
Oh, they love it.
Tell folks how they can find you.
You can go to suncoastdesigners.com on the internet. A lot of business we've got. We have 5 billboards up now on 75, north and south. And we have an ad in the FMCA magazine. Or just you can call 727-868-2773.
Now tell me where Hudson is and how people can get here when they're driving to Florida.
Well, let's see. Well, if anyone knows Florida, most people know where Tampa, St. Petersburg is. We're about an hour northwest of there on the Gulf side. We're about a mile from the Gulf. Usually they come down 75 to State Road 52 and over to US 19, which we're right nearby, or some just come down US 19.
So anybody who's heading into the popular tourist destinations, you're a pretty easy stop.
We get a lot of people going to Fort Myers, Fort Lauderdale, you know, the Keys.
That's great. Thanks, Jeff, for taking the time to
thank
show
you
us
for
this
coming
great
down.
process, and I'm sure a lot of our viewers will be real happy to find out about you and take advantage of your hospitality and your great service here.
Well, thank you very much.